I miss you guys. Welcome back. We're back finally after a very long trip. So here I am. Nice to see all of you. Dermot, Bonk, please, sure. MT, I was missing KG analysis. Yeah, I'm very sorry, guys. I'm really sorry because yeah, I maybe promised you a little bit more updates than I did, but it was really a little bit hard. Sometimes the connection and the network was okay, sometimes not, and sometimes I was like very how to say tight with time. Yeah, so this is the thing, but I tried my best, and since of course the bull run was has started, it was really nice. But the things right now are a little bit shaky. We're gonna see, of course, together what's going on. I already took a very fast overview. So we're gonna see it together in deep, of course, for Bitcoin and altcoins. Let me welcome everyone first. Ted and hello KG, we've missed you, man, and I hope you're doing great. Thank you, buddy. I miss you too, really. I really missed you, and I miss my chair here and being in front of the workstation where I feel more comfortable. Yeah, for Elliott Wave, big screens, and so on. You can see every single wave, and yeah, you can enjoy the analysis. So I miss you guys, and yeah, we're gonna do something explosive as illusion trades say, of course. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, man. You are great. You are awesome. So yeah, and we're gonna see. Yes, I'm back in Germany. I'm back in Germany, Ted. We're gonna do also SPX. Sure. Let's put the SPX 6900 after BONK by Dermot, right? And we GIGACHAD. Yeah, I know this one is not really interesting. But here we go. We're gonna take a look first at it. MT, do not be sorry, mate. Okay, you were on vacation. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah, it was really fun. It was really, yeah, how to say, like we need sometimes to get out of what we live in routine every day, right? So this is the thing to feel a little bit alive again, right? So it was really fun. I mainly stayed in Egypt due to the situation. You know, it was very tense, right? So you cannot really fly so much in the Middle East from a country to another at that time. So I stayed also in Egypt, Hurghada. It was really cool. We spent a lot of beautiful time from island to an island, snorkeling, diving, etc. Water activity, safari, whatever you want, guys. Really fun, really fun. I recommend it so high to go to Hurghada, Egypt. Okay, guys. So yeah, let's see what's going on in Bitcoin. First of all, we JASMY, yes, we're gonna make a tour first on Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin weekly, to see and remember exactly what's going on. Where are we heading, right? So basically I'm gonna start with Bitcoin a 2 week chart here for the all-time history to see what we might expect in this position. So basically, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We have an impulse toward the upside, finishing wave 1 or wave A. After this, you got a correction wave B or wave 2, continuation impulsively toward the upside for wave 3. Again, correction wave 4 and a finishing wave 5 toward the upside, meaning a full impulse has been given as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. Your wave 4 did not interfere with the zone 1. Each wave is very impulsive, followed by a correction. Very nice impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, finishing wave 1 or a wave A. That means in the all-time history, Bitcoin direction is toward the upside. Very simple. We have an impulse for higher, meaning the direction of Bitcoin is basically bullish most of the time. And this is what we know about Bitcoin. So basically, we have a correction after this big impulse. We got an A, B, and a C. And obviously, after it, we have followed with an impulse toward the upside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, because you have a wave 1 or a wave A, you would like to see anyway an impulse again finishing 5 waves toward the upside. Those 5 waves toward the upside can be a wave C, this one in the orange, or it can be a wave 3, which is in the blue. For this to reach, of course, we need a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, right? Whether you finish a big zigzag here, A, B, and a C, or you continue simply impulsively 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Those are the bullish scenarios on the all-time history. Meaning right now, what we faced as a bull run for Bitcoin, which it might be not finished yet, we're gonna go inside it, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. If the wave 5 in the white here is not finished yet, meaning, of course, we might still get higher, right? And that means with this blue line, which is here parabolic curve taken from every single all-time high after 4 years for every cycle, we can see that the high is forming kind of this curve. Now, this curve did not reach yet, of course, this gap that we still have, of course, with the price action, did not met yet, right? So we still need the price action to meet exactly this parabolic curve for this 4 years after the latest all-time high here. Now, it's true we got already an all-time high, but probably not finished yet. This wave, this impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna see it deeper, of course, and we still need to move toward the upside, right? At least to reach this parabolic curve, closing this gap. So I talked about it this before my trip 2 weeks ago, and then of course, yeah, we still need to close it, guys. It's not closed yet, and I believe that it has to be closed, whether we are bullish or bearish. Meaning, if you are bearish and you finished a wave 5 over there, and your wave 1 is done, that means your ABC as an expanding flat, the wave B still need, of course, to close this gap. I'm gonna zoom in, right? Meaning if you have a wave 5 finished over there, you have an A, B, and a C. The wave B has to reach still this one and then move toward the downside. If you are bullish still, you still need to reach this wave 5. And then, of course, you still need to finish this impulse where you have here probably several 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And this means, of course, that we, in both case scenario, bullish and bearish, which is, of course, expanding flat, we might still get higher prices. So nothing has changed even before my trip. I know it went so much a long time, but most of my trip, the market was a little bit boring. Honestly, I was coming back every day, nothing has happened. Yeah, so basically it was still doing the same and still just taking time to unfold, right? Now, of course, there are different scenarios. Those are the bullish guys in both case scenarios that you have, of course, one more move toward the upside, they're reaching the wave 1 here. And of course, those are in the both terms, yeah, like bullish and bearish. But basically, you have, of course, I would say, ultimate bearish scenario. Can be, of course, it can be. There is no always like one side. So what I mean with it here, what if, guys, this turns into A, B, and a C? How it can turn into a wave B here? W, X, and a Y. So when you have a zigzag, another zigzag formation, even with this one more high, okay? You have an X as a bridge in between those two double zigzag, and you move toward the downside in a wave C, meaning A, 3 waves, ABC, ABC for a wave B in W, X, and Y, and then moving impulsively toward the downside for a wave C. However, this scenario, of course, exists, but still very, very far. Before we break this very stronghold here, as you can see, it's a very stronghold support that we have. If we break it, once we break it and we take the 0.38, I would start to call probably this wave C. Currently, I cannot mention it, guys. Just to say, of course, on a bigger view, we can have a big ABC, but before breaking this area, it's useless to talk about it. Okay, this is the idea. All right, so this is the overview, the all-time history. What we are looking at is very important to still, of course, figure it out. What is the market direction still? And we still see a lot of potential for higher prices in both case scenarios, bullish and bearish, where we would like to take this gap for an ABC as an expanding flat in case of bearish, or for 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 and a 5, this way 5 here, that we're gonna see it on the daily in the following scenario. So in the following scenario, where we have an ultimate bullish scenario, this is small gap that I'm talking about it with the parabolic curves that we saw is over there. Once we reach this blue zone here, the gap will be closed perfectly, and of course we can call that, yeah, bullish scenario has been done, has finished. The bull run has totally finished with 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 and a 5. You have a very complex wave 4 for the last one, and it's very understandable, by the way, because if you have triple 1 2s, the third one might be very, very complex, very long in time, and very deep, without invalidation, by the way, right? 65K, 170, $175 was in invalidation of this bullish scenario, where you, of course, interfere with the wave 4 with those zone 1 here, which it did not happen. And that means, of course, this scenario is still valid. We cannot say it is not valid. And therefore, of course, you have started to see here kind of like 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 to finish a wave 3. You got a wave 4, which it was our trip, my trip here, and I'm gonna explain what happened exactly. We had already this scenario, but you have finished already here, and you would like to move toward the upside with a wave 5. Inside this area, if you remember, we were testing a triangle, right? What if this is not just a diagonal 5 waves? What if this internally is kind of like double zigzag as well, with an X in between, W, X, and a Y, meaning 3 waves, and then moving kind of like in a corrective in a triangle, but very low possibility if you remember. And I mentioned the 1-to-1 fib level for this scenario. Let's move to the 2-hour chart inside this wave here, which we were talking about it. So for the bullish, we were saying that one of those scenarios might unfold, whether a triangle and then moving toward the upside, or taking the low 1-to-1 fib level 99K and then start the move toward the upside after an A, B, and a C. And this is exactly what happened, right? Which it was anyway the highest possibility, all right? And in this case scenario, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, I believe the wave 5 is not finished yet. So what is going on right here is a little bit, of course, shaky, I would say, not very clear. Now it is clear that 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, but the wave 5 is a little bit, I would say, not very clear. It is impulsive, of course, but I believe it's not finished yet. Why? Let's move inside it. On the wave 4 here, which is the lowest price here for this wave 4, you got kind of like several overlapping, right? 1 2 1 2 1 2, right? Or it can be, of course, kind of the diagonal, but the wave 3 is very longer than wave 1, which I don't like it, despite the new rule of Elliott wave. Okay, this is a very long wave 3. I cannot call it diagonal, right? It's very long. I mean, it can be longer, but it's not like that. Okay, so I still believe that something might still be unfolding here, like 1 2 1 2, and then 3 4 and a 5. Maybe this wave 4 is longer here in time, and 5, maybe 4 5 4 5, somehow like this. It can be very small 4 5s in the top, and that because you have several 1 2s here. Okay, unless, guys, this can turn kind of corrective. We have to be careful, because the move towards the upside with this overlapping, and especially here getting like higher, I would say higher price or wave 1, and invalidation as an impulse, because this was supposed to be like kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 moving toward the upside, right? But we got invalidation, which is not nice. From here, I start to see, okay, something wrong is going on. Okay, so we have to be careful in this area, guys. I'm not yet 100% like we're moving very, very bullish. Okay, still, of course, the invalidation, as I mentioned, not taken, but that was when the price was here. Okay, and I said, okay, we're gonna see wave 5. Now we saw a wave 5. We saw higher prices without invalidation, but the structure is a little bit shaky, guys. So yeah, I see here also a long correction, right? It's a long correction based on the wave 2s. Why are we getting very long corrections, right? Now I understand, of course, the geopolitical situation in the whole area, blah blah blah, blah and you know, like it was chaos, right? Elliott wave was out of control at that time. Okay, so I cannot say, okay, yeah, based on Elliott waves, this is gonna happen. The market was crazy, right? So the things went out of control, and I said also on Discord, okay, guys, be careful. Elliott wave can't do anything in this situation. Fundamentals are taking over, okay, and yeah, just trade safe. This is all what I can say in such a situation. But if the things are coming back to be fundamentals here, hopefully not, guys, but be careful, okay? Because the structure shows some hesitation. This is what I see, okay? It shows hesitation. This is a problem. Now we got a wave 3. If this is a wave 4, I would like to see simply continuation toward the upside for 5, for 5, for 5, okay? This is what I would. If that happens, perfect. We're done. We finish a wave 1. We move to a wave 2, 3, 4, 5 continuation toward the upside. But if we don't see higher prices, guys, and taking the high here, continuation impulsively, finishing this properly, I would say be careful. Okay, I know that I mentioned that, okay, this is a correction, this is a bull run, but we still have to be always careful, right? Yeah, so basically the things so far are fine, I would say, but I need to see a little bit like much clearer finishing here for Bitcoin. But I would say still okay, still good, still looking good. For Bitcoin, let's check a little bit on the indicator. On 5-minute chart, we have, okay, okay, that's a good signal for bullish, for the bulls. If you are bullish, we have a divergence here for the bearish, right? The bearish signal, it is divergence with the price action, which is good for the bullish, right? When you have this signal, it shows weakness for the bears. But yeah, basically it's a good one. But we still don't have a very strong bullish signal. This is a problem as well. Let me check also much bigger overview. Interesting to see what this indicators tells us. Okay. Yeah, on the 50-minute chart, yeah, that is a convergence. Yeah, so we have to be careful. That is a convergence. Convergence with the price, convergence with the price again between the bearish. So we have to be careful, putting pressure, and again now coming back with another pressure without bullish divergence, which is not good, guys. Okay, so therefore I'm saying be careful. Okay, therefore I'm saying be careful, stay safe, and I believe. Okay, so how do I think here as a trading? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, whether one more leg high or without it, I'm not interested right now. Right? This is what I'm saying. So just wait to see what's going on. I mean, yeah. Be careful with it, guys. Cool. That was for Bitcoin. Basically, if bearish, if what it happens if we turn bearish, and this turns to something corrective, like kind of like a B and a C, yeah, somehow like this, or WX and a Y, because this is considered like three waves, right? So this you have to consider also like ABC, kind of like sorry, WX and a Y. Yeah, so corrective, meaning something much more corrective is unfolding, and that might unfold if you remember. Let me show you in the history something like that. Here we go. This, I never forget it. So, A, B, and a C, right? 1-to-1 fib level, exactly the same what happened. Okay, exactly the same what happened so far, and moving impulsively toward the upside, then boom, right? Turning this into several possible structure. It can be, of course, W, X, and then a wave Y as a zigzag, right? And which is longer correction. Or it can be even like kind of, if you want to take it like a zigzag here, kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, later on it appeared that the wave 5 is very longer than the wave 3, so yeah, not good one, right? So what you have to expect here is kind of like W, X, and a Y, okay? Where you have double zigzag somehow. Can this repeat? Probably, okay? Can this repeat here? It can be, guys. You have the W here, or if this is a finished W, you have the X right now, and you might have a zigzag here as a wave Y, okay? So be careful. I'm not very bearish. Why? You would tell me, okay, why not bearish moving down? First, as I mentioned, we have, of course, in case you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as diagonal here, wave 1, wave 2. Remember, let me go to the bearish scenario, by the way. Remember that as a 1, 2, you took the 886. Yeah. Once taking this 886, well, you start to doubt, of course, a wave 3 toward the downside. It might be a wave C rather than a wave 3, which it was the case, right? So basically, it is much more three waves toward the downside. Why? Because here also, where you have 1, 2, 3, your wave 4 took the zone 1. You don't have even an impulse after this 1, 2, okay? Unless you want to take this, of course, as an expanding diagonal, which is the most rare case scenario, to have such a expanding diagonal wave 1, and then having wave 2, and then double 1, 2, okay? But very rare. Why? First, 886, second, expanding diagonal. The most rare case scenarios that it might happen, of course, for bearish. Therefore, no bearish, guys. It doesn't mean no lower prices. Of course, lower prices can be, but no bearish, meaning this low will not be taken here. Okay, this low will not be taken yet. Okay, meaning it can be simply W, X, and a Y, and then moving for higher. That's it for the bearish, in case we see bearish short term. Okay, for a Bitcoin. All right, Jason Toy, Peanut, please. Okay, let's take a look. We can take a look. I hope that it's a nice chart. Wow, the vacation did not change anything from my thing. Yeah, so I still seek to show always the best chart on the channel. Okay, but it doesn't mean that we don't take a look. So we take a look. If it's not bad, okay, we can revisit it. But if it is bad, I prefer to not do it anymore. Jamie, nice to see you, bro. Rio, hi KG, please update injective link. We have, of course, injective in our list. Link interesting. Let's put it there. And Ong Wai Hang, how you doing, man? WTF. Yeah, miss you, man. I'm here. I'm back. Okay. So, yeah, so that was for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the dominance. You asked for dominance today on Discord. So let's do the dominance, see what's going on the dominance. Okay, that was with, not WTF. Okay, with, here we go. That's funny. I think, yeah. Oh, okay. Now you corrected. Okay, man. All right. So, with dominance, what do we have? Of course, before I go to the trip, we were looking for this diagonal and still working actually. Nothing has changed. That's perfect. Is working perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 impulse toward the upside. 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 extended wave 5. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. Yes, exactly. Extended wave 5 to finish wave 3, and then 4 and a 5. Okay. So I would say the diagonal here is zigzags, as you can see, zigzag, zigzag. So I believe it might be very close to be finished. Yeah, so be careful with it. Yeah, be careful. And that is coming with the hesitation, right, on Bitcoin, chart, right? But let me just arrange the things here. This scenario is different. Okay, I think I'm gonna make it just one group. Okay. Sorry, guys. I just came to the yesterday night, and it was chaotic a little bit. I mean, night in the morning, almost today, I would say. It was chaotic, and I didn't really arrange everything yet on the charts, but yeah, I'm trying my best right now. So basically, what is this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the same scenario. It's the same. So I prefer to stick with this one. I'm gonna delete that one. Basically, I would say this impulse is done and finished, guys. Okay, almost. And what it might happen later on, of course, there is at least wave 2, right? But let me check if this is a finished structure here: A, B, C, D, and an E. But wave D, it cannot be impulsive. This is the thing. So we cannot consider this as a wave D. You can consider it maybe here as zigzag A, and then this is your zigzag B. So A, B, and you might get a wave C toward the downside. Okay. Yeah. So and preferably if we take the high here, but I don't see it in a diagonal. Okay. This is the thing. I don't see it in a diagonal, and this cannot be an impulse, definitely. Okay, zigzag. This cannot be an impulse. If it is an impulse, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, even finished, by the way. Okay, so even in this way, in an impulse, it is done, finished. Okay, guys. So I would say, yeah, Bitcoin dominance can move a little bit higher, still a little bit. Preferably if we take also the fib levels taken from the zone 1 here, right? This wave 1 based on the wave 3, giving you, of course, this fib levels at 1 to 1, 68% would be nice. Okay. That is for Bitcoin dominance. I would say if we move higher a little bit, it might, of course, start to move down. But yeah, I would like to mention always with Bitcoin dominance, just note that Elliott wave with it is not always like 100% typical Elliott wave. The same when you have pricing, okay? I don't know, I already see it in the character of this chart that Elliott wave cannot be like 100% applied on Bitcoin dominance, guys. I see it already from the wave, the character of it. It doesn't show like very clear psychology. Okay, it shows a lot of up and down volatility more than psychology. Okay, so yeah, but basically as a structure, I would say yeah, it can be finished soon. That's it. Yeah, so for Bitcoin dominance, we might, of course, move a little bit higher, but very close to move for lower later. Let's start with the altcoins, guys. Let's start with the altcoins to see what's going on in these crazy times. And I just heard some fundamentals a little bit before today. So I hope that we're done, guys. I hope the thing in the Middle East is done, because if not, that is gonna still continue affecting the market, and we have to be careful with it. Yeah, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Let's start with FET, guys. And we forgot the timing, by the way. So let's start with the FET at the 40 minutes. And I think Bitcoin, we started at 12. And Bitcoin dominance, we started at 35. Here we go. Yep. So Jeremy Ortiz, hi KG, Tau and Ondo. Tau should be already here. Oopsie, doopsie. Tau is one of our main list. Yes, we should put it there. And then Ondo, yes, Ondo. Let's do Ondo. Nice chart, not bad. So we're gonna do it. All right, FET. So guys, just also for me, for myself, to understand what's going on in the market, you know, after a trip, a lot of alcohol. So we need to remember where are we, right? And what are we looking at on the dailies? So we're gonna start a little bit today with every coin on the daily, and then moving inside it. Okay. So let's start. What do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have basically, you have an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I would say diagonal, right? Diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finishing wave 1, and then of course moving for a wave 2, right? And then of course you are looking at a zigzag. There is no doubt with it. This is an impulse, correction, another impulse. Therefore, when you see of course a leading diagonal with a correction followed by 3 waves corrective, you have to think directly diagonals, right? Meaning I cannot really consider this as a motive wave, as 5 waves diagonal, but you have to take it as an A, B, and a C. Your wave C is 1, 2, this is your wave 3, this is your wave 4, and a 5, and definitely this is an impulse wave A. Okay? Therefore, a higher possibility on the daily on FET that we are in a diagonal. And that because of this answer that we got exactly with this price, right? One wave can tell you a lot about this one, about the previous one as well, right? So basically, we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Currently, we are in a wave 5. If you start with zigzags, meaning the wave 1, the wave 3, the wave 5 has to be zigzags, right? If we need a zigzag here, you need an impulse, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, correction, and then another impulse for the wave C in a zigzag. And that means this probably your wave 1, 2, and then you need a wave 3, which it should be higher than the 1-to-1 fib level, of course, taken, by the way, this has to be updated. This was before the trip. Here we go. Has to be, of course, higher than the 1-to-1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, which, start to question mark, right? Start to lay a question mark here. Because if you get such a impulse toward the upside with a big wave 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, your wave 5 has to already reach this area, which is the all-time high. And you are already with the A, with the wave A, already there. Yeah. So meaning B and a C will be even much higher. Now it can be, of course, guys, it can be. Why not? Why not? It can be. But I start to doubt it a little bit. Like, I mean, why we have a big wave 1, 2, right? Therefore, okay, let's find another scenario and another possibility. Again, as I mentioned here, this gave you much more answer for this one. And now this impulse as a wave 1, 2 start to give you another answer for this one. Okay, then what if this is 1, 2, another 1, 2? And then having a big wave 3, which it needs such a big wave 1, 2. Again, 3, 4, and a 5. What if? So therefore, this possibility comes in after coming back to keep this as diagonal, wave 1, big wave 2, meaning big wave 1, 2, then double 1 2s, then having a big wave 3 toward the upside, starting with a big 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so this is also a possibility, guys. Two possibilities here, meaning big 1 2 1 2 1 2, and then 3 4 5 4 5, and then big 4 5, big 4 5 in the top, because you have a big wave 1 2. Okay, so this is what it might FET look like later on in the future. Okay, basically here this 1 2 3 4 and a 5 can be, of course, the wave 3, starting, of course, this big impulse 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5. Yep, because this is very big. Unless, guys, again, unless the bearish scenario, of course, those were the bullish. The bearish scenario is ABC. Zigzag. Finished. Done. A, B, and a C hitting the 1-to-1 fib level and then moving down again. And that because, of course, you would like to see 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And that means, let me check in a bigger view. Yeah, that means 1, wave 1 given as diagonal, A, B, 3 waves, zigzag, C, wave 2. Meaning big 1, 2, expanding flat for a wave 2. Okay. Yeah. So currently, we cannot say that this scenario is on, but I would like to see continuation toward the upside. Simply, let's move inside it to see when we're gonna continue with this. All right. So basically, on the 2 hours chart for FET, we were looking at this impulse. So the beautiful thing in FET is that it's a very, very clear impulse toward the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 1, correction wave 2, perfectly hitting the 0.38 minimum requirement. 1, 2, and then 3. Here you have an impulse inside it, wave 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 5 to finish a wave 3. Meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, finally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish a wave 5. Very beautiful, clear, awesome impulse. Okay, I cannot, there is no doubt that this is a very clear impulse. There is no even, I would say, like something that it may make me suspicious about it. Yeah, every single wave is a very clear impulse. Every corrective wave is a very 3 corrective waves structure. So very nice impulse, meaning we are bullish here. The direction of the market is toward the upside, especially after, after 3 waves toward the downside. Okay, after very massive drop towards the downside corrective, you got this impulse taking even this zone 1. In case you are a bearish 1, 2, 3, 4, taking the zone 1, meaning no bearish here at all. No bearish at all, and even getting a signal as a bullish. Meaning, still looking for higher, very simple, right? A, B, and a C as expected, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Very beautiful ending diagonal. Finished. However, this wave 5 is a little bit longer than the wave 3 here, right? So if I take, let me check this 100%. Yeah, here we go, guys. So wave 5 is longer. Yeah, knowing that the structure is perfect zigzags, right? Perfect zigzag. Now this one is a zigzag, also very tiny one in comparison with the wave 5. Plus the length of the wave 5 is longer, so yeah, kind of like invalidation of an ending diagonal. Okay, if that is the case scenario, what is the alternative? All right. Therefore, you have to consider definitely here kind of like a double zigzag as well. Yeah, so zigzag, 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 triple zigzag, I would say. Yeah, but therefore the question mark again. What do we do with this one? Because your impulse has finished over there. Very interesting, right? And this came because, of course, guys, the situation that it happens and so on, everyone start to sell. Okay, so very clear. It was maybe supposed to finish here as ending diagonal beautiful, moving toward the upside. The things has escalated crazy and yeah, so on. But it's fine. I mean, right now it shows kind of like corrective still, of course, still corrective. Nothing is bearish, but the question mark when? Yeah, when we gonna finish this correction? So I would say if we have also another scenario here like ABC, for example, or yeah, WXNY, because this is also three ways, unfortunately. It's a very complex structure right now. Very complex. And having, of course, an X and finally a wave Y. Okay, but yeah, I have no other option, right? Whether you have kind of like a expanding flat for W, zigzag for the Y, and another zigzag for the X. Okay, and then start the move toward the upside. Okay, let's move inside it. Now, this is the doubt that I'm talking about. What the hell is going on? Again, what the hell is going on, right? So, I mean, okay, everything was unfolding very bullish, very nicely, and then, okay, we need a correction, but the timing regarding this wave 2 is horrible, right? This is horrible. So, yeah, question mark. Is this gonna turn right now as an ABC? Is something else around this world right now happening? Affecting the market, showing some hesitation to unfold a wave 5? Very probable, because of course of the FIP time as well for a wave 2 as alternation. Of course, is nice to see a sideways, but this is a very long one, very long one. So yeah, the things are not really nice, guys. I would say it doesn't looks really nice. So be careful. Be careful. What if this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now? Diagonal. Sorry, guys. Drinking some water. So, yeah. What if we are in a diagonal formation or leading diagonal formation? Because it took so much time. And this, of course, looks kind of like zigzags, right? Here we go. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, that doesn't look nice, guys. Honestly, it doesn't look nice. Yeah, hopefully we don't get invalidation. But if this happens, I mean, confirmation is this price. Invalidation of bullish. Here we go. At price 0.61 again. Okay, what happened if this will occur? Like we're gonna take this invalidation. What would be the structure, right? If you take the invalidation, meaning you're gonna take the low, okay? You're gonna move down with this. And that means one more leg toward the downside, at least, or maybe one more structure, hopefully not. But if one more leg toward the downside, maybe the structure will be much clearer here as a potential double zigzags, right? Can be somehow like this, or this one can be again expanding flat, somehow like this. You have the X and you have a big zigzag, which is matching much more with the W. Okay. Hopefully not. But yeah, I mean, this is a good start for a bullish, for a bull run. It was a very nice start, 1, 2, 3, until the things start maybe to be shaky around the world again. Because I hear really bad news again. That's why. And I'm pretty sure that is the reason. Yeah, so we here again with another strike on Iran and so on. So yeah, I don't want to enter politics, guys, but this is the thing, the threat of war, right? Okay, so hopefully not. Hopefully that it turns corrective and stay corrective and moving toward the upside before taking invalidation if we would like to see a bull run. Okay, that was it for FET. Let's move for the next one, which is a render, very complex one. Also, I would say, guys, the whole market is very complex now. if you feel like very hard to read the price action, I don't blame you guys, and don't think that um, it's only for you. Even for me, yeah, this is very horrible price action. Okay, because yeah, I mean, it ends up like with render after even with bullish here 1 2 3 4 and a 5 taking the 886. That is incredible. Now what is telling you here the price also is horrible. Why? It's 1 2 3, then you got wave 4 invalidation, and now you continue toward the downside again. Why? Because fundamentals are taking over, guys. Yeah, so the fear is still in the market, and the threats of war and so on are still there, and it's affecting the psychology here. We are turning kind of like impulsive toward the downside with render. Now, is it very big one? Well, on the daily, what's gonna happen with render? Let's go to the daily as I promised today. With the daily, what's gonna happen in this area? Let's show the whole daily structure. For render, of course, you have 1 2 3 4 5 impulse toward the upside. Direction of the market is already high, so no fear with render. It's already toward the upside for bullish. And we have another, of course, 1 2 3 4 5. I'm not a bullish, guys. I'm not a moon boy here, but it's just like I like to see, of course, a bullish trend toward the upside, because it is profitable for everyone, spot holders, and for the futures. Okay, I don't prefer something like bullish or bearish, but I'm saying that this is perfect for everyone. Yeah. So that is why I like yeah, impulsive bullish charts, and I put it so often on this channel. So 1 2 3 4 5 ABC correction, 1 2 3 4 and a 5 again, wave 3. Wave ABC here probably would not finished as an A B and a C. Why? Because of this, it can be that this can turn to 1 2 3 4 and a 5. I'm gonna explain, meaning you are in a wave 5. I will tell you how, and therefore you're back to the box of the opportunity. If you have realized the box of the opportunity, if you remember that we were talking about it in this area, once we finish this impulse, and inside this box we will move for higher prices. Right now you're back to this box, and I believe you're gonna leave this box again for a bull run. We're not gonna break this box very easily. Why? Okay, let me explain what's going on inside it. So inside this structure here, obviously you have a zigzag 3 waves. You have kind of like an impulse, ABC corrective, and then you kind of have an impulse again, meaning zigzag ABC correction, and then you're moving impulsively toward the downside. This impulse here, where you have potentially kind of like yeah, it can be like 1 2, and then let me go inside it, by the way, 2 hours chart, this one, where you have probably here this one here, 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Okay, you can see the wave 1 over there. Let me zoom in. Okay, 1 2 3 4 and a 5. I know expanding diagonal, but I have no other option because it looks like an impulse. I have to give it a wave 1 motive wave. 1 2 3 4 5, and honestly it looks like a perfect expanding diagonal, right? Wave 4 interfering with the zone 1, wave 1 smaller than wave 3, wave 5 also bigger than wave 3. Okay, so 1 2 and then 3 4 5. You will tell me, what the hell is that? This is an A B, and this impulse, which we are calling right now wave 1, can turn into a wave C for this expanding flat. Okay, and then finishing now wave 5, meaning 1 2 3 4 expanding flat, 5 towards the downside. Yep, so the things are turning to be, yeah, I mean, of course the chart will always find a way to turn this impulse to be reading in something different right now. Only if you take the low. So if we take this low with the price action right now, if we take it, definitely we have to consider this A, B, and a C. This is an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Expanding flat. Okay, even I prefer to take this part with it here, this part. So A, B, and a C, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, finishing and then moving a 4 away, 5 in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now the problem comes inside this price action. Here we go. Inside this, and let's move to the 2 hours chart. Here we go. If you are moving bearish for a wave 5, you have to take it as an ending diagonal. There is no other way. You will tell me why, but it looks like a perfect impulse. Well, I would say in the beginning, yes. 1, 2, 3. Until here, perfect. Wave 4, perfect. The wave 5 was unfolding perfectly. 1, 2, 3. Until the wave 4 interfered with the zone 1. So this is the only problem at the end of this wave 5. You got a very long wave 4 invalidation of this. And if you remember, here came up with, of course, some fundamentals, because as I mentioned before on Discord, guys, okay, Elliott wave is out of the equation. Everything happens right now is fundamentals, and only fundamentals can break it. And this is exactly what happened. The war has a ceasefire has been announced, right? And here we go. We move up, but now we're coming back. Incredible. Therefore, yeah, you have to be careful, guys, which is not really nice. And we just got invalidation again. So if you are here in 1, 2, 3, wave 4, got invalidation, it took the zone 1, meaning we're going to take the low, unfortunately. Fetch looks very similar to BONK, but BONK is very close to wave 4. Okay, we're gonna see BONK when it comes, of course, but we have a long live stream today, because it has been a long time first, and I have to analyze daily and the daily and the lower time frame, just to understand what's going on. Okay. Sorry guys if it takes a little bit long time. Of course you can watch this at any time later on as well. Everything is marked as well with the timing here. So yes, this is what is going on here. Probably we're gonna take the low because invalidation has been taken in case you are impulsive 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. So what does it mean? It means that you still need one more low. That's all. Why? Because if you are finishing definitely an A, a B, and a C, the wave C is unfolding 1, 2, 3, 4, expanding flat wave 5 right now. This wave 5 still need one more low. Very simple. Because this wave 5 is almost finished as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 ending diagonal. Okay? Meaning, of course, the bull run will come after all, of course, just by taking one more low. Now, on the daily, of course, the bearish scenario, well, there is a bearish scenario, of course, in case that this is gonna turn, of course, into like 3 waves down, and this was your wave B as an expanding flat wave B, and you're moving down with a big wave C for lower, okay? But I still doubt this for render, okay? Meaning what you are looking at right now is 1 and then having wave 2, wave 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have like A, B, and a C. The wave C need to be 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, so hopefully not, but I believe that much more that this can be ended soon, like A, B, and a C, hopefully 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and not that it is like kind of like the wave A is over there here. Yeah, hopefully not. That A, B, and a C. The wave C has to be bigger. But yeah, too early to call it, because once you finish here, we're gonna see the reaction. We're gonna see higher prices anyway once we take the low. because if you are bearish, you would like to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you are bullish, you simply move toward the upside. Higher possibility, of course, is for the bullish, and I'm still looking for this blue box as a box of opportunity still. Yeah. So since we are inside this area, whatever is gonna happen inside it again, we're moving for higher. Okay, despite the geopolitical situation, guys. Even if that happens, it might affect the market for a while, guys. Everything will turn back to its path. Yeah, no one will, how to say, I mean, the market just just start to react during the action, and maybe before a little bit, few days, but after it, okay, it soak up the things. Okay, who cares, let's move on, right? This is always what it happens, even in the stocks, not just in crypto. So yep, I believe anyway, even if the things escalates, sooner or later it's gonna start to move toward the upside. I doubt that we're gonna leave this blue box. That was for render, guys. Okay, let's see Solana. If Solana also following most of the same scenarios, uh, and this of course will show us much clearer where the market is heading. So very nice thing that I like with the stream is that we get in an overview for every single coin, and we see the confluence, right? So we see where the whole market is directing, and if we are doing well with one coin and with another, maybe they should match, right? Otherwise, that is something suspicious. Okay, Solana. Let me drink some water again. A lot of sun. Okay, guys. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, wave 1 or wave A, correction, wave 2 or wave B. Again, beautiful impulse, finish toward the upside, meaning on the daily you finished an ABC, you're looking for corrections 3 waves down and then continuation, or you are looking at 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 toward the upside, or you are looking for a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of them, all of these scenarios require 3 waves down, right? 3 waves down. Now, basically, if you are in a 1, 2, 1, 2, the wave 2 need the minimum requirement 0.38. If you are in A, B, and a C, 3 waves toward the upside, you need 3 waves down as well. You have the A, you got probably the B, you're looking for the C as 1 to 1 fib level in confluence with this blue box again. If you are in a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, the wave 4s, those are already the perfect fib level for a wave 4 in diagonal. Meaning this blue box is in very confluence for all the scenarios as bullish here to hit this level, and precisely the 1 to 1, of course, ABC at $60. Okay. Now the question mark, did we finish correction or not yet? Now definitely this is an impulse, okay? It can be wave 1, higher probability it is a wave A, okay? Meaning you are looking for A, B, and a C. Now the wave B can of course be a zigzag and then moving towards the downside. And the question mark here is that did we finish this ABC or not? Is it finished internally? Let's move inside it. So inside it, as you can see on the 2 hours chart, we have an impulse, which is an answer for this question mark. Because if you have finished this correction, you would like to have here 3 waves toward the upside rather than an impulse. Now, can we read A, B, and a C here? Well, probably you can. That's possible as 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. Well, it can be yes. Then having correction here, correction, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, meaning the market still can, of course, turn bearish if it wants to. Okay, higher probability is that you have finished an impulse here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, higher probability goes for the impulse, very clear. Why? Because there is no interfering with the zone 1. Now, if the market decides to move, of course, for bearish, it can simply tell, okay, but I meant that this was the wave A, this was the wave B, this was the wave C. Okay, despite that the wave 4 did not interfere with the zone 1, this was a wave B anyway. Okay, so the things are also interesting in Solana because you are looking also at an impulse here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very clear impulse, no doubt in it. And we got, of course, the correction, which it can be A, B, and a C. Now, the beautiful answer that you got is exactly in this area. First, before my trip, obviously, it's still in chaos. Here we go. So what we were looking for is an ending diagonal for this thing. Of course, the market was in fear, was in chaos. The things went impulsive, right? Meaning you are potentially in A, B, and a C. 1, 2, and then 3. Or I would say even W, X, and a Y is this A, B, and a C. This is a clear impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is A, B, and a C. Therefore, W, X, and a Y here, I would say. And then, yeah, I mean, it's very chaotic, guys. There is no really bearish, and that because, of course, this structure. Plus, to make it much more clearer, there is no diagonal, by the way. Let's remove it. To make it much clearer, the price moved up, invalidated this impulse. Because if we were in 1, 2, 3, 4, the wave 4 invalidated this impulse toward the downside. And you finished as ABC, because this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it cannot be wave 3 anymore. Meaning you would like to continue toward the upside, but very interesting that you did not invalidate also this move toward the upside by having a 1, 2 here, 3. Currently you're working on a wave 4 and you would like to finish it to move for a wave 5. Invalidation for this, obviously this is your impulse wave 1. Invalidation for this bullish is the following scenario. Here we go. 137 moving toward the downside, taking it, and then, okay, means you're gonna have lower low. Okay, 137 to be watched. Currently, it's still bullish, not like FET, not like render. Okay, currently still bullish until invalidation. FET is still the same bullish until invalidation. A render is the only one who took the invalidation so far. Okay. So basically, this is the situation for Solana. Let's see SUI. Okay, and we gonna get to the conclusion at the end anyway, because I start to make conclusion here between each one. But yeah, I mean SUI on the lower time frame also did not took the invalidation 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. But let's check, of course, the daily before. All right. For the daily, yes. Okay. For the daily, of course, SUI is a little bit different. We have potentially double 1, 2 here, right? And you're looking for wave 3 toward the upside, right? Double 1, 2. This wave 1, 2 is, of course, related to the wave 3 toward the upside that it might unfold. Unless you have finished ABC zigzag, you're looking still for 3 waves down and then moving for higher later on. Meaning, this is your bearish scenario. If you have 3 waves down here, ABC, this impulse, which is incredible, beautiful impulse, is gonna turn to kind of corrective, right? So let's move inside it, which is impossible a little bit, guys. I mean, I don't know how we gonna, yeah, I mean, A, B, and a C. Okay, it can be. Let me check. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, so therefore this impulse is gonna transform to an expanding flat wave C. And this corrective here, whatever it is, like, of course, it's a very choppy one, okay? It's gonna finish W, X, and a Y, and then ABC somehow, okay? But very low possibility, again, guys. Very low possibility. I still see it, of course, as bullish. Georgie, hello. Can you help me with a NEURALAI? We can take a look, but basically we never did this. So if it's not a good shot, we cannot do it. Okay. All right. Sure, was pleasure, man. All right. Um, good job, KG. You need holidays regularly. Thank you all. Yes, of course. I came much more excited for Elliott Wave. I miss it so much right now. I'm just giving all my energy. So yeah. Yeah, so this is the thing, guys. If this impulse was the upside, is gonna turn corrective, okay? A, B, and a C. Very simple. When the chart wants to find a way to turn this corrective, it can. Yeah? So A, B, C expanding flat corrective and continue toward the downside, meaning you would like to finish a bigger three waves here, okay? Like A, B, and a C, okay? This way V is expanding flat. All right. So what it might happen right now on the lower time frame, okay? On the lower time frame, we have, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Currently, we're still in this scenario. We're still inside it. We cannot say we are totally bearish until, of course, invalidation again. Invalidation of the bullish, yeah, which is the price. Here we go, 2.58. Okay. Once you take this price, we're heading to the low. Now on SUI, I cannot say that it's just gonna take the low and move for higher. Well, it can be. It can be, since this is already turning to something very complex and you're still in between the 0.786, so you still have a chance. Okay. Yes, you still have a chance to move bullish before we take the 886. If we take the 886, okay, guys, there is no doubt we're moving for three waves towards the downside. Okay. Okay, that was for Sui. Let's see Ethereum. Let's see what Ethereum is doing. Maybe something is also hidden there with Ethereum. Let's see Ethereum. Okay. Oh, wow. I never checked Ethereum during my trip, by the way. That's interesting. But we hit exactly the blue box, 0.38. Very interesting, which is a wave 1, 2. And I think I made okay, now I remember. I did a lot of micros inside Ethereum, just because it is a little bit shaky here in this area here. Yeah. So I counted exactly the micros to make sure that everything is fine, and it is. And basically, you have finished here a wave 1 or a wave A in this top exactly. And what is going on here is potential A, B, and a C, and this is exactly what happened. Okay. Yep. Apudi, welcome. Nice to see you, buddy. We miss you too. I miss you too, guys. Yes, so this is what is probably here going on with Ethereum. It is yeah, double 1-2s. Nice to see all of you guys. All right, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and F5. And finishing, of course, wave A, wave 1, A, B, C, wave 2, and we're moving toward the upside. Now, Ethereum is very interesting that it is holding, of course, the move or the impulsive move towards the upside. It's not showing so much weakness as other altcoins, right? Very interesting. So this was for another scenario. Okay, let's remove it. Let's clean up. So basically what you have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's continue, by the way, the micro, because sometimes they are very helpful in identifying exactly the price. 50-minute chart. Okay, let's see what's going on here. 1, 2, Okay. This is very tricky one. This here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's fine. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC. Corrective. Or 1, 2, very shallow. 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, it's not nice. Also, the wave 5. Look at this wave 5. 3 waves. Okay, so here we go. This is where you catch the problem. Okay. I already saw it, of course, on the 15-minute chart with this here. Yeah, with this price. Because, of course, you start to see something not right and you go inside it to make sure. And yes, I made sure that I'm not mistaken. Here we go. Let's say if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, horrible. Wave 5, longer than wave 3. Wave 1, longer than wave 3. It's not an impulse. Okay. And this is where you start to see, of course, something is going on with this move toward the upside. Okay, so we have to be careful. Meaning if you are in 1, 2, 3, the wave 3 is not really an impulse because, yeah, we just saw it, what's going on inside it, meaning it might be, of course, a complex structure here. This might be an ABC, somehow like this, another ABC, another ABC, W, X, and a Y. So be careful with it. Something else might be unfolding ABC as well. This is in bearish. Okay. In bearish, I mean, guys, of course, it is very simple to say, okay, oh, we are impulsive. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, right? It's very simple on the 1 hour chart or the 2 hour chart. But if you read the things inside it, inside the wave 3, it is very, very choppy. Okay. This wave 3 is not right. Yeah. And it might turn the things here into corrective. Okay. So we have to be careful with it as well, guys. We have to be careful. Despite that, okay, it shows some strengths and everything, but yeah, I don't see really bullish yet. I still need some evidence. Okay, I still need some evidence. Meaning, if we get, of course, a wave 2 somehow like this, okay, we're gonna re-estimate around this area, and then 3, 4, 5. So I would say, you know me, 5 ways up, 3 ways down, and then continuation to take the high, right? So far, let's take it with a a grain of salt here, right? And let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yeah, just close the eyes on this wave 3 inside it on the micro level. If we get 5 waves up, 3 waves down, and continue toward the upside, taking the high, I would confirm a bullish continuation. But a warning is raised up just regarding this wave 3. So be careful. Insol, nice to see you back too, bro. Nice to see you, man. Thank you, guys. It's nice to see you. Nice to be back after a very long trip. Yes. All right. So basically, I would say Ethereum is a nice hit for the blue zone, right? Did a nice hit for the blue zone as expected, 0.38 fib. But the things are still shaky again. Okay. So hopefully this will confirm it once we get 3 ways down and continuation confirmation for higher. Therefore, I call a bullish continuation for for Ethereum. Okay, let's see XRP. Okay, the turtle. Let's see if XRP did some movement. XRP. Here we go. Okay, still, of course, inside this big corrective wave. Well, yeah, okay. I did a lot of micros for XRP. No need to dive in, but yeah, this was the result. Yeah, this is the end result of it. So we have like one big wave 2. Yeah, so W, X, and a Y for a wave 2 in the white scenario. I know it's a very long one, but this is XRP. Welcome to XRP. 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3. And currently still unfolding this wave 4, right? Probably. Why? Probably because, of course, you might be here in a big wave 4, which is 3 waves down, right? And then you got another 3 waves up for X here, like it means W, X, and a Y. Okay, let's finish it over there directly for a wave 4. In case you finished here and you're moving for up, you would like to see at least diagonal. Why? Because here you have a zigzag. Okay, ABC. 1, 2, and then 3 as zigzag, 4, and a 5 taking the all-time high. In case that you finish in WX and Y. In case that we did not finish yet, which is showing somehow a bigger correction here, right? And it's start to see like to looks like a triangle, A, B, C, D, and an E, right? Meaning the whole thing. Sorry guys for the sound. So A, B, C, D, and an E, and then moving toward the upside. Let's move inside it therefore. Here we go. We start to see something impulsive, but okay, still in an impulse. And yeah, what's going on here is again horrible, right? So if this is wave 1, 2, and then 3, the wave 4 is unfolding. The wave 4, by the way, is A, B, and a C. Okay, and this wave C, if it's gonna move still lower, invalidation again, of course, of bullish is over there. Meaning XRP should move toward the upside, guys. Honestly, it's time. I mean, what the hell, man? You know, uh, I mean, it's a big. Let's take it as a big corrective wave. A, B, C, D, and an E. What is more bigger and longer than this? What it could be, right? It's time to move up. Otherwise, it's gonna transfer this at W, X, and a Y. Imagine like the whole triangle can still be, of course, a W, X, and a Y, which is horrible, right? But it's time to move to up. For me as XRP, okay, that is a very, very long one. It's time. So wave 4 might be finished also in this area or in this area. It depends. Okay, guys? It depends. What do you get here? Do you get zigzag or do you get an impulse? If an impulse, wave 4 meaning finished here as a triangle. If zigzag, meaning of course you're continuing a diagonal. Okay? But what I know that XRP is time to move up. Okay? It is time. Okay, let's move to something else for, let's see, AI. Oh, this is also disaster a little bit with AI. I don't know why. I don't know. That is, yeah, I checked already on it as well. Okay, so let's move to AI 16. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so what's going on in AI 16 is a little bit, yeah, very weird situation as well. I mean, on the daily, as you can see, we have very clear impulse. There is no doubt in it at all, right? There is no doubt. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Everything is impulsive, right? Unless, of course, you want to take it as zigzag, zigzag, and a wave X, right? 3 waves up, then 3 waves down. Then anyway, in this case scenario, if you are in 3 waves up, 3 waves down, it's time to move for a wave C, meaning A, B, and a C. The wave C has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, meaning if you are bearish or corrective, I would say not bearish, corrective, you would like to see a wave C. The wave C has to be impulsive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the wave 2 is horrible, incredible. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on with AI 16. Why? I mean, it's also very nice impulse on the lower time frame as well. Very nice. Like, there is no much clarity. Wave 1, impulse, wave 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. So you have here exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3, as you can see it. And you have, of course, wave 4 after wave 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So very clear one. And very clear that this is kind of like corrective, overlapping. But why it doesn't stop? I don't know, guys. Why? It's incredible, right? It's incredible what's going on. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit too much things here. Okay, no need for the 1.618. Here we go. So we are between this blue box and we are very close to the 0.618, 0886, sorry guys. So how can we read this? Now this can be an impulse, definitely yes, as a wave 1 or a wave A. If you are in wave 1, you have a wave 2, okay? If you are looking for a wave 4, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a wave 5, okay? This is what I was looking for in case that you are here in a 1, 2, and then wave 3 given somehow in this area, which I doubt it so much, guys. 4 and a 5, okay, you start to look for something as diagonal, but invalidated. Perfect. This is what I would like to see. Some invalidation for something to tell me that we are not impulsive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, as a bearish, forget it. But the correction is very deep, yes. Okay. We have A, B, and a C definitely, or something like a W, X, and a Y. Meaning A, B, C for W, and we're looking at an X, and then we have, of course, a wave Y. Okay, so the wave Y is a zigzag here, right? But again, this zigzag, of course, if you are here in 1, 2, 3, 4 invalidation, so I don't know what's going on again. We got invalidation bullish and then moving down. Horrible, right? The price action is not really stable, and that because of the fundamentals, guys. Okay. Now, if we take this as a bigger leading diagonal somehow like that, we might have maybe something like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Meaning this zigzag can be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Probably taking the low and invalidation, but hopefully not. I don't know. I mean, already now, if this is an impulse, is invalidated. So this one and render, both, did invalidate this impulse toward the upside. Okay. All right, guys. So that was for AI16. So be careful. We might still see lower prices. What does it mean if we invalidate this impulse here? It means you might be in a big A, B, C towards the downside before moving to higher again. 3 waves, big 3 waves, and then pushing up again. Whether you are in an impulse here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or if you are corrective, A, B, and a C, one of them. Cool, guys. Just give me 30 seconds, guys. I have to close the windows. I think the wind is going crazy. All right, back, guys. Sorry. Yeah, from holiday to storms in Berlin. Okay, so yeah, this is what is going on in AI16. Let's move for something else. Virtuals. For virtuals at 1 hour 35. Okay, virtuals. So virtuals, nice holding. I would say very nice. Still holding, even did not reach the 0.38. Incredible. That is a very nice, strong coin. So what we are looking at a virtual on the daily, you are in a 1, 2, 3 potentially. You're looking for a wave 4 finished. You're looking for a wave 5 to be done. In this wave 5, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. The wave 2 is not given yet. Very simple. The wave 2 is not given yet. So we still need this wave. Oh, we touch it, by the way. Sorry, I didn't see it before zooming in. We took it, but obviously, yeah, it's not done yet, right? It's not done. Well, it should have been done, but I don't know why. Again, yeah, why it should have been done? Because you have already a finished structure, ABC, and it is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This wave took the zone 1. This is not an impulse. Therefore, corrective, but just to bleed. Yeah, it's just bleeding. Very simple. You don't have an impulse, meaning this might be kind of like first correction or first structure, or you have even this structure here, W, X, and a Y, maybe bigger zigzag, one more low toward the downside. This is the closest one, honestly, because we cannot be impulsive. We cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even if it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is the last leg. So basically, I would say kind of like that. Double zigzag X in between. Okay. That might be for virtuals on the lower time frame. Because yeah, I mean virtual is still showing some interesting price action. I just realized that on the daily, why the daily is different. Just 1 second, guys. I think one, it was not updated during the price action. Okay, let me check this one. Oh, this one. Okay, yeah, it was not updated. Here we go. Yep. So here we go. Yes, we took the 0.38. Here we go. All right. Yeah, I believe one more low for virtual can move toward the upside. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Oh, there is a different or alternative scenario here. Sorry, I did not update it as well since the trip, but this can be also possibility 2. Rather than W, X, and a Y, can be an A, B, and a C. The wave C also can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, again, wave 3 is longer than wave 1. Again, the new rules from Elliott wave is fine. This one is fine, okay? Can be longer since the diagonal is still contracting, okay? This is the most important. And this is where I decide if it is fine to have a wave 3 longer than the wave 1, okay? When the diagonal is still contracting and not expanding, okay? This is the most essential thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, probably one more leg as well for wave 5. So that both scenarios still need this leg, even in W, X, and a Y. If your wave Y is zigzag, still need one leg. Yep, so basically I would say between this blue box, we still need to see some lower prices and then start the move toward the upside. Okay, let's see injective, guys, at 1 hour 38. Okay, injective, here we go. Okay, I need to update the count here. What happened? Can we call it still diagonal? No, even it cannot be counted diagonal. So out, let's remove it. WXNY, yes, it still can be a possibility. ABC, not finished then, if ABC. Here we go. So, A, B, and a C, yes. But how we gonna finish a wave C? Can we get an impulse? 1, 2, 3, 4, invalidation. No. No ABC even. It's just complex. Just complex. Everything is going complex right now, guys. All right. So what is going on with this correction? Definitely we have an impulse, correction, unfinished impulse, right? Now you can call 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4 and a 5 can be, meaning you finished ABC, probably yes, and you're moving toward the upside with this impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, this is turning to be very bloody, right? And we are very close for the invalidation, probably, of bullish, which is the price at 9.98. So again, what the heck is going on? Nobody knows. Again, I have to see after the stream what are the fundamentals and yeah, to see what's going on. But yeah, I mean, I would like to see continuation. It's very simple. I would like to see until, of course, invalidation. Be careful. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is what I would like to see. If this did not happen, what is the scenario? Therefore, is W, X, and a Y. Or I would say the W will become bigger. W, X, and a Y. Here we go. W, your X given, and the wave Y might be a zigzag. Definitely we are corrective, guys. We are not impulsive toward the downside, okay? We are not impulsive, I repeat. No bearish, but short-term bearish with a bleeding style, okay? And that because simply, again, the fundamentals, okay? Unless if we don't get invalidation, we are bullish, okay? Just to remind you. So as conclusion, to not forget, injective, SUI, SUI and FET, right? All of them, if they don't take the invalidation of the bullish, we are very bullish, okay? Render has already invalidated. Same as for AI16. So those two, they are simply bleeding, okay? All other coins or altcoins are still doing well. The same for Solana, the same for Ethereum, okay? Only Render and AI16. Okay, let's move for the next one, which is Tau. 1 hour 42. Okay, so Tau, we are here in Solana. This is Tau. Okay, let's update Tau. Let's see what's going on. Okay, as I mentioned, I did not update this since my trip. So let's see what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna. Okay. Is it finished? Not yet. Definitely not yet. Why? Because Tau also invalidated this. Okay, Tau joined the list with Render and AI. So if we are in 1, 2, 3, wave 4 was very, very deep. It invalidated, of course, this impulse. Yep. So Tau is looking still for taking the low, probably. In which form? As corrective, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, or W, X, and Y. Here we go. You have W, you have the X, and you are having a wave Y. I prefer that the wave Y finished already there, finishing wave 2 or wave V, and then moving simply toward the upside. Now it tells me that, okay, it was a fake move toward the upside. We took the zone 1. It's not impulsive anymore. We need one more low, which is going to turn into a zigzag. Okay, that's fine. One more low, and then it might still move to the upside again. That was for Tau. So invalidation taken. It joins, as you might see, the group of Render and AI 16, which have invalidate the impulse to the upside. While there is a group from altcoins which did not invalidate the move for higher, but I believe sooner or later all of them might follow each other. So yeah, still be careful, guys. Okay, that was the major updates for our most bullish coins, I would say, in the pocket. So Let's see, of course, your special request, and we're gonna start with the BONK. Let's see the BONK. BONK. Okay. Let me check the daily first. Okay. Wave 4. Okay, no invalidation. All right. So basically, BONK is looking fine. If you are in the 1, 2, 3, this is wave 4 sideways, did not interfere with the zone 1. So somehow you can call it, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And of course, it's time to move up. Meaning, after this very long correction, it's time to move impulsively toward the upside and a formation of 1, 2. Now, is this a finished 1, 2? Let's take a look inside it. On the 2 hours chart, yes, we have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 1. Beautiful. Definitely something else has formed here. ABC. Do we have an ABC? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. No invalidation. 5 invalidated. Everything was fine for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 until you get a 1, 2, 3, 4 invalidation for a wave 5. And that means this horrible price action has transformed to kind of W, X, and a Y. You still need to finish the wave Y with one more leg. Or you are still in an impulse, which I doubt it because you start anyway with the 3 waves. Therefore, W, X, and a Y is higher potential. But if we are in the ABC here, you have a kind of like, ending diagonal. Yeah, so this is your big wave 1. Why? Because it is a zigzag. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, somehow like that. But this is horrible. Yeah. I prefer, of course, a W, X, and a Y to be in formation here for this zigzag X and having a Y, somehow like this. One leg, one more low, and moving for higher. Yep. Internally, if we are bullish and we're continuing bullish, your invalidation is very, very close. Invalidation of bullish is over there. Here we go. Okay. All right. That was for BONK. So basically, on the lower time frame, you're still bullish until taking the invalidation, which is very close. Let's do this at, I think, 0.45. SPX for 1 hour, 48. Okay. SPX, here we go. Well, SPX is a nice chart. It is very bullish on the daily, so very safe one. We have a leading diagonal wave 1 or a wave A, wave 2, and we have, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Dibiendo, yes, sorry, AI16 is already analyzed. You can find it at 1 hour 27. Thank you all. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside in the white scenario here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the wave 5 here also internally still unfolding. So if we move inside it on the lower time frame, let's see. We have a potential 1, 2, okay. Wave 3 has unfolded, right? The wave 4 also unfolded during the trip. We did not invalidate. So this is kind of like impulsive, guys, here. All of it. Kind of like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 somehow internally. Until, of course, you get invalidation. Meaning this, once you get this price, invalidation of bullish, okay, at 0.69. Now you will ask me, okay, but what if it is bullish from there and we are in a formation of a bearish scenario? If you are bearish, you would like to see 1, 2, wave 3, 4, not invalidating this impulse, okay? Meaning you can move down, but this is not an impulse. And that means, of course, you will not take this low yet, this one. Whatever you're gonna do in this area, you still corrective. And you might still correct until you move toward the upside, okay? This is for SPX. Currently, there is no really good signal that we are moving very bullish on the 1 hour chart, because this is looking like, yeah, very choppy, okay? Very overlapping, I would say, not choppy, okay? Not just choppy, very overlapping, okay? Nothing is really impulsive. Therefore, be careful from a correction ABC. Then the continuation simply toward the downside. Okay, Leo Motion, finally you're back. How was the vacation? Well, it was awesome, bro. It was awesome, Leo. Thank you, man. And I miss all of you. But yes, from time to time, you need to, get out a little bit from the bubble of Elliott Wave, maybe also. Um, and yeah, I mean, look, for example, right now I'm back to the gray, cloudy sky. And this is how it is sometimes, even in the summer in Berlin. And I love the sun. I like the energy always, and therefore I seek for yeah, from time to time to have some sun. Yeah. Um, 1 hour 51 for GigaChad. So as we mentioned, the SPX is still looking bullish, but yeah, be careful. It might be also corrective at the same time. If you don't take this invalidation, therefore you're fine. Even on the lower time frame, yeah, as I mentioned, that this looks like an impulse, but yeah, don't get fooled with it, yeah, because it's a lot of overlapping. Yeah. There is no impulse. This might turn into ABC. Okay, we were with GigaChat, right? Let's see this one. I think we did this before, but let's take a look. GigaChat. Okay, I think this one. If it is not a really nice chart, yeah, it doesn't look good, guys. You know, you want to have an impulsive chart from the beginning, yeah, for the all-time history. If that doesn't happen, we did it on MaxC, yeah. Okay, ABC, yeah, and validation. Okay. You don't have 1, 2, 3, 4. You already took the zone 1, meaning this is an ABC. Corrective. You start corrective, you continue corrective for the whole chart. Okay. You start impulsive, you continue impulsive for the whole chart. This is the difference. Of course, now an impulse can turn into ABC later on, but still, of course, that you know that there is a wave C, right? Shit might be very impulsive. Now, everything is going on the daily here. Definitely is not impulsive. Definitely is not very bullish. It's a lot of overlapping. There is no impulses here, meaning, yeah, I'm simply not interested with it. Okay, guys, it's just simply still looking for lower. Okay, and this is impulsive. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably even 4, 5. So yeah, like 4, 5, 4, 5. So be careful with it. Okay. FARTCOIN, yes, FARTCOIN, we can take a look at it. Let's put FARTCOIN. Okay. Next one is JASMY. JASMY, of course, is a good one. 54. Okay. Let's take a look at JASMY. JASMY, here we go. Okay. All right. Let me check the daily first. Here we go. All right. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the daily, if we are in an impulse toward the upside, the wave 4 preferably finished there. This is your wave 5. Okay, kind of, which yeah, very doubtful, but still can be, of course. Now this is definitely a wave 3, right? This can be wave 1, 2. This is a wave 4 in a W, X, and a Y somehow. And then you're moving for wave 5, internally impulsive. Okay. Now, definitely what happened after it, not an impulse, but a bleeding style again. And this is what we are facing right now with the crypto market due to fundamentals, right? So everything is like yeah, overlapping, but still just bleeding without being very impulsive. Straight move towards the downside, wave 3. Okay, but still meaning, of course, can be an A, B, and a C, bleeding for more. Now, if this is a 1, 2 here, you have 5 waves. Well, but these 5 waves as diagonal are not perfectly contracting. Let me explain. Here we go. The lower line is expanding and not contracting, which I don't like it, of course. And that because, yeah, it can be something else unfolding here, corrective, okay, rather than a wave 1. And that means you might still be corrective and you might still looking for lower. And in this case scenario, look at this impulse. Now this is a clear impulse. Why? Because you have a gap between the wave 1 and the wave 4. It's not like here, knowing that this is a very long big one, right? But you cannot find even one single gap like this one. Interesting, right? You cannot find it anywhere in this move. And that means, of course, this might be an A, B, and a C towards the downside. This is an impulse. And that means, of course, you might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, big A, B, C. Okay. So be careful with it as well. This might turn very bearish. This one, not bearish, I mean like short-term bearish. Yeah. Why? Because you might visit, of course, the perfect blue zone. Here we go. Again, here, dive inside this one. Okay, so be careful with it. Okay, that was for JASMY. Let me arrange the folders. Here we go. Okay. Next coin is Peanut. Okay, let's see this one. Peanut USD, better. Let's go Coinbase. Maybe I hope that it has all-time history. Well, not really looking nice unless the all-time history shows something else. Okay, that is all-time history, not a good one. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry who request already this one. Link. So 158. Okay. Okay. Before I remove this, why it's not good? It's simply impulsive toward the downside without invalidation yet. Your wave 1, 2 here, wave 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 4 did not invalidate, meaning very bearish. I'm not interested for the sake of the viewers, and of course for spot holders, for example, who are not interested for such coin. Okay, for link. Okay. For a link, yeah, complicated chart for link, but still okay because it is on the daily. Very bullish, I would say. Let's go to the 4 days to see it all. So on the daily for link, we are looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 wave A or wave 1. Once you have an impulse toward the upside, it's fine. The direction of the trend is toward the upside. So whatever it's gonna happen later on, I'm gonna see higher prices. Now, this is a very, very long complex structure for link starting to unfold, of course, an impulse after a W, X, Y, X, and a Z here, right? As you can see, very complex structure here as corrective for a wave Z, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1. Now, wave 2 might be finished here, and you start impulsive towards the upside, but again, invalidation, right? So what I'm seeing here for linked is two things. Whether you are in an A, a B, and a C toward the downside, you're still looking to take the low, or you are in a W, X, and a Y where the wave Y is a triangle and then moving toward the upside. Okay, because you have, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse. You still at least look for a wave C here in case you are still looking for higher, or you are looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 2 or wave B, both are not finished yet. Whether you take the low, one more low as ABC expanding flat, or W, X, and a Y in a triangle. Don't forget, triangle can be even zigzag here. So A, B, C, D, and A somehow. Okay. Internally, on the 2 hours chart, we see, of course, here a possible ABC, right? A, B, and a C, where your wave C can be, invalidation. So you have 1, 2, 3 probably, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. Therefore, W, X, and a Y again. So yeah, so this is a W, X, and a Y, definitely W, X, and a Y. And you are looking here to different, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 invalidation or not. Yes, invalidate. Yeah, no impulses, guys, no impulses. Yeah. Also, this took the 886, meaning we're still bearish, guys. We're still bearish. Wave Y can be not finished yet. Here we go. And that means zigzag, zigzag, or kind of like knowing that this is already a nice zigzag, but obviously it can be not finished, and then having the X in between. Okay, it can be a flat here, A, B, and a C. Okay, let me check one thing. Even in the lower time frame, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 2. Yeah, same problem as Ethereum. If you remember, if you have 1, 2, wave 2 is horrible, wave 3 is very shallow, shorter than wave 5, shorter than wave 1, no impulse. Despite that it looks like 1, 2, 3, wave 4, wave 5, be careful from it. Yeah, it's not really nice. Hello KG, so happy to see you back after your trip. Really missed your live sessions. If there's still a bit of time left, could you take a quick look at Caspa? First, welcome Dev. Nice to see you, buddy. What was that, Caspa? Yes, we can take a look at a Caspa a little bit. So Link is still, of course, bleeding, I would say. And on the daily, as we mentioned, it doesn't really look ready to move toward the upside yet. Okay, despite that it has this one. 1 second. Despite that it has this impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this here, what happened by taking the low again, it says that it's not ready yet. Whether you are in ABC expanding flat again or WX and a Y. Yeah, the wave Y might be a triangle. The triangle can be even here longer time. Yep. So we're gonna see. Right, that was it for Link. Let's see with 2 hours 3 minutes with USD. Here we go. Okay. Why I do have 2 folders. Just 1 second. Let me keep this one here and see the difference. Here we go. Okay, wave A, wave 1. And what was the scenario here? It's the same. Okay, it's the same. Sorry. Okay. So on the daily we have A, B, and a C. A, B, and a C. Here we go. A, B, C. You are in a wave C toward the upside. It has to be impulsive as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very simple. Okay. Now, of course, there is another scenario, which is a W, X, and a Y, where your W is a zigzag, your X is another zigzag, and your wave Y is another zigzag. Okay. Both case scenario, still looking for higher. Now, inside it, what is going on? On the lower time frame, you have definitely an impulse. Wave 4 did not invalidate zone 1. Very nice impulse. Impulsive for wave 3. Impulsive for wave 1. Again, impulsive for wave 5. All the rules are checked and very nice impulse. Wave 1 or wave A. Very clear corrective structure. Let me remove this here so we don't need it anymore. Very corrective structure, and probably still need one more low. Basically one more low, and that because I don't see it a finished structure. Here we go. I'm gonna explain. So if we are here as a finished, let's say impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 can be even, by the way. Wave 5 even can be here. Wave 1 can be here. There is two possibilities. And I think maybe the other one, this is what I meant with it. However, if you are in A, B, and a C here, you still have the opportunity to finish a diagonal. Here we go. Still contracting. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is the first possibility. If you finished wave 5 here, because it is possible, by the way, this can be an impulse wave here, and this can be a wave 4, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, okay, for a wave 5, meaning wave A, wave 1 over there. What are the possibility for this one? Still corrective. Why? Because you start with 3 waves. Now, of course, it can be an A, B, and a C finished, and you're moving toward the upside. Inside this area, you have already an impulse, but be careful again from ABC extended wave C. Invalidation of bullish, here we go, given over there, 0.72. Okay. Once the price merge or gets inside the zone, forget about being bullish. Consider a new low and you take it from there. Okay, but in overall direction is bullish. Okay, ONDO 2 hours 07. ONDO. Okay, let's see on the daily first. I think those belongs to the 4-hour chart. We will come back to it later. On the daily, what did we miss during our trip? Okay, nice. We see one scenario is gone, which is a leading diagonal. Is it gone totally? Well, not, because it has shifted to be here. Wave 2. Let's put it nicely. Here we go. So for ONDO, we are looking probably for this scenario as a wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, 5, of course, toward the upside, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, why diagonal? You will say, KG, why diagonal? Because you don't have a continuation as an impulse toward the upside. If you have finished an impulse here, wave A, what is your wave B? If this is your wave B, therefore you have to consider a wave C from this point. In this point, you have simply ABC zigzag. This is an impulse correction, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Even the correction can be over there and then having simply an impulse toward the upside. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, there is nothing yet impulsive in ONDO. Okay, so this is only a scenario that, of course, is bullish here. If we are bearish, what is this? The bearish scenario. The bearish scenario is short, by taking, of course, these lows here, and especially this one. That means you are looking for A, B, and a C to finish a wave 2, taking the lows and then moving toward the upside. Okay. This scenario, of course, needs to be much more clear because you're not impulsive even like 1, 2, 3, 4 invalidation. That means this is unfolding something else. Okay, unless it's gonna transform to, let me check. Also this wick. Definitely, this is kind of like complex structure here, guys. Okay, you see this wick internally. If we move inside it, let's go on the 4-hour chart. Look. So yeah, it's kind of like zigzag here. B and a C. Let me check A. Yeah. So A, B, or W, X, and a Y. Okay, finished over there. And then you have something else unfolding, potentially something very complex here. It can be W, X, Y, X, and a Z, but yeah, I don't really like this wick. It has destroyed the whole structure. I don't know why. However, you're not impulsive. This is the conclusion. You're not impulsive. Whatever is gonna happen, it's gonna bleed somehow with overlaps. Okay, probably to take the low somehow and then start to move toward the upside. Very simple. Okay. NEURALAI. Okay, let's see this one. NEURALAI. Okay, obviously it's not even a popular one because I don't find a lot of platform for it. Only one, which is even, what is that, on Uniswap? What? Okay, $2.27. Yeah, I don't like to have some suspicious chart, guys. Yeah, be careful with this. I don't. I mean, it's just one chart, the whole trading view. Yes. But 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 is not very clear impulse as well. It's not a very clear one. Now it has been a long time for this one because we are on the daily. So I don't know why it's not. I cannot find another chart for it. Yeah, another platform. And when you have a coin only provided by one platform, that's scary a little bit. Okay, so be careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I would say this is an A here. You have your wave B, and yeah, even there is no C. And that means it's a W, X, and a Y somehow. You have a zigzag here, you have an X, you have a wave Y. Meaning this is a 3 ways. Obviously, this is a correction. Okay, so you have A, B, and a C. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, you are impulsive kind of toward the downside. This is definitely a wave 1, can be, or a wave A. But wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, no invalidation. Wave 5, yeah, can be given. Impulsive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay, here there is something for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. It didn't took the high. Okay, also corrective. Even this 1, 2, 3, 4 invalidation. Okay, everything is corrective as well. Nothing is very impulsive, but yeah, also in the top you are corrective, meaning you are simply in a regular flat A, B, and a C. Okay. This wave B is still unfolding, so be careful from a 1-to-1 fib level here. Okay, be careful from this 1-to-1 fib level. Because this part is definitely impulsive, and definitely it is your wave C. Okay, and you might have an extended wave 5. Okay, to the 1-to-1 fib level. Okay, next one, that was at 2 hours, I think 2 hours 11. FARTCOIN. Okay, Let's see. All right. Most welcome, Georgie. Trade safe, buddy, and choose wisely. Choose wisely always. Your where to spend your money. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave one, wave A. Okay. You have three waves A, B, C for a wave two or a wave B. Okay. After this, you're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, this wave, this zigzag was expected as wave 4. The invalidation was not taken yet, meaning you're still bullish on the daily for FARTCOIN. But the answer will be here. Let's go inside it. Inside it, after a zigzag ABC, do we have an impulse first as a first answer? 1, 2, 3, 4, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Well, but this wave 1 looks like zigzag. Let me check. Yes, it's a zigzag. Three waves, 5 ways with interfering, meaning it's not 5 ways as impulse. Um, Simply corrective, guys. 3 ways up, 3 ways down, 3 ways up again. W, X, and a Y. You're moving toward the downside impulsively. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning you're still looking on the bigger view here. Let's check. What are we looking for? Yeah, okay. We're still looking for lower wave 4. A lower wave 4. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a little bit incredible that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning you are an ABC zigzag. The wave C has to be impulsive, and you got, of course, interfering with the zone 1, transferring a wave C to diagonal. This is what's gonna happen. Higher possibility, of course. Hopefully that, hopefully that we don't invalidate the bullish, guys. If you invalidate it, be careful. You might turn into ABC here, and then you move down. Okay, and this might turn to 1, 2, big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 towards the downside. This is how bearish market starts. Be careful. Okay. Watch invalidation on the lower time frame. Caspa. Let's see Caspa. Okay. Caspa. On the 4-hour chart, we took the zone exactly how we want it, and we move impulsive. That's incredible. Wave 5, let me check if the wave 5 was finished correctly. Well, yes, I mean, it's a very clear ending diagonal, right? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, yes. Yep, here we go. This is your diagonal. Now, wave 5 might be, of course, longer than wave 3. A little bit, probably. But we took the blue zone exactly as we want, and we move impulsively. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. That's very interesting. So I would say very interesting for Caspa. I mean, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, with the wave 3 here. Now, internally, maybe it can be something. Yeah, internally, it looks like a good impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Despite that the wave 2 is very shallow, but it's not a rule. Since the wave 3 is longer than wave 1, that's fine for me. But the question mark comes here, guys. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. I got the issue. I'm wondering, there is an issue, but I couldn't catch it fast. But here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. If this is your impulse and this is your wave 1, 2, and then your wave 3, where are the 5 waves inside it? Otherwise, you have to call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The wave 3 here is shorter than the wave 5 and shorter than the wave 1. Meaning inside here, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Inside this wave 3, you don't see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see zigzag. That's problematic again. Okay, again, problematic. Now, in the overview, I know it looks like perfect impulse to the upside, but always be careful, yeah, because internally also means a lot. Now, inside it here in the top, are we bearish? Well, hell no, right? Because if you are 1, 2, 3, wave 4, well, obviously invalidation. Unless, yeah, but this even like, look at this wave 2, by the way. Look at this wave 2, it took the zone almost, yeah, the 1, the start of it. Let's zoom in. Yes, it took the 886 by all means. This is what I mean. Here we go. Let me check here. Here we go. You see it, guys? Very small, tiny gap. And that means, yeah, it's impossible to be a wave 2 here. This is a wave C, okay? And that is corrective. Cool. You're still looking for higher for Caspa, meaning currently, even if you see lower prices, I'm not saying it is very bullish, but even if you see lower prices, expect maybe this is a wave 2 and then moving toward the upside, unless you take the low, of course, and invalidation of any kind of impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 might be invalidated, but currently you're still inside it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool, guys. That was it for the crypto market overview for the live stream. I miss you all again. I'm still missing you. So we're gonna probably see more live stream often in the next days. In that way, of course, I can turn it back for you guys, because of course I didn't do so much updates lately. But yeah, I promise I'm back. We're gonna be there for a daily updates, hourly even, and see what's going on in the market. I wish you to have a nice eve. Always trade safe, and see you in the next one.